A thread by Carlos Osuida. I live in a deep blue state with an insane governor and multiple insane mayors. My city is vastly blue. The cops are on an extended vacation. There have been no riots and no looting. Why not? Because my city is 98% Mexican, and Mexicans don't riot. Most of the people in my city are type A personalities. The man who takes care of the yard and trees on my properties is an entrepreneur. He had a whole crew that he had to lay off due to the pandemic. So he did all the work alone. He's in his 50s with a 0% body fat. Most of his customers had to stop hiring him, so he went out and found more. I gave him more work to help him get through this. He's slowly building up his crew again. There was a single BLM march when all this madness began. They marched down Main Street. There were cops, but BLM isn't afraid of them. These were all white people, outsiders. In my cities, when men go out to party, they dress like cowboys. There was quite a large crowd at the end of Main Street. There's also a mask mandate. The white BLM marchers wore masks. The Mexican cowboys didn't. They lined Main Street on both sides, like this, talking only to each other, like this. Men of all ages, like this, watching. Only about 8 people decided to march. They stopped chanting after only a few feet and then double timed it to the end. And they never came back. Why were they so intimidated? Nobody yelled at them. Nobody made any threatening gestures. I have no idea how my city will vote on November 3rd. It doesn't matter. President Trump will get his landslide. Tonight, I listened to a few minutes of the ridiculous Mo Kelly for a few minutes. He says that Joe Biden is guaranteed 65 million votes because that's what Hillary got. See, nothing's changed in the last 4 years, don't you know? Mo also said that Trump banning diversity indoctrination is a move so offensive to Americans that it will backfire because not a single American thinks it's propaganda. Although Mo opposes the rioting and looting, and he opposes defunding the police, he supports the protesting because he believes that black men die disproportionately at the hands of the police. Let's check this in real time. I'll do this myself in real time, having never done it before. Remember, black males is the issue. How many males are there in the US? In 2018, there were 21 million black males in the US. The total black and biracial population in 2018 was 47.8 million. Pew has a total lower number of blacks alone, 31 million, but they put adults at 12%. Let's jack it up to 15%. That's 7.2 million adults using the largest possible number, divided by 48%, and that's 3.456 million black and biracial male adults. From datacenter.kidscount.org, Pew says that there are 161 million whites, of whom 63% are adults. That's 101 million adults. What about age? We don't actually need to look into that. The Boston Globe takes a hard fact and twists it into racism. From the Boston Globe, in 2018, the rate of arrests for violent crime was 3.6 times higher for black people than white people. So actually, the argument goes, black people are underrepresented as victims of police killings after controlling for the number of encounters. BostonGlobe.com. You have to give me that evidence. If we're going by the numbers of police encounters, it's an indisputable fact that the more police encounters you have, the more likely it is that your luck will finally run out. Per encounter, blacks are not more likely to die than whites. Crap, forgot to add the number of white male adults. Can't find it. I'm going with 48% and are male. That's 48.5 million. So We have 48.5 million white adult males and 3.5 million black adult males. Police kill an average of 1,099 people per year. Prisonpolicy.org. That is 1,099 homicides out of 375 million police encounters per year and 10 million arrests. Even those who hate the cops admit it. 10 million arrests per year. TheIntercept.com, Glenn Greenwald, far left imbecile, jackass. Even those who hate the cops admit it. 10 million arrests per year. Every single study out there is designed to fool you into accepting the narrative that cops are fascist racists. Even cop haters agree that the annual number of people killed by cops is about 0.0003% of the population. That's 0.003 of 1%. Don't commit crimes and you'll be fine, regardless of your race. I've been stopped by American cops 6 times. Only twice was I ticketed. Both tickets were bogus and both were in blue states. The civilized European and Japanese cops stopped me more times than I can count to check my papers and ask me what I was doing. Norwegian cops took me to a nearby department store, commandeered the office, and strip searched me. The Yugoslavian secret police, UDBA, interrogated me for 3 hours after one of their fine citizens stole my passport. The Venezuelan Digipol secret police tried to kidnap me and my siblings twice to hold us for ransom. My father killed them all both times. The second time, they cut the power and broke down the front and back door. My father had a converted Browning automatic rifle, and then it fired full automatic. He could see in the dark like a cat. The second the power went out, he yelled at us to hit the deck. The front door flew open and he killed the 2 men outside. Then he ran to the back door and the cops there had fled. These were extra-legal thugs, not SWAT, not anything like that. After it was over, my father told us to go to our rooms. We hid under the pillows, and in the morning there was no sign that anything had happened. The combat veterans in the company worked together, and after this second attack, Venezuela disbanded Digipol. I have no doubt that my father pressured Washington, which pressured Venezuela. Leftists are protesting and rioting and forming death squads over a hallucination. Too many Americans have no factual knowledge about anything, so they don't know real numbers. I repeat, every year, police kill an average of 1,099 members of the public in 375 million encounters while making 10 million arrests. It's time to get off their backs.